Hi everyone, this dog won't shut up. Please shut up. Hi everyone, I am wearing a Gallifreyan necklace. You know what that means? You probably know what that means because you read the title, but that probably doesn't help at all. My dear friend Bianca tagged me in the Doctor Who tag, which is really exciting because it's fun. So thank you very much for that, and I'm gonna do it now. Okay, that's about it. I either have a lot to say in my intros or absolutely nothing. Today is one of the latter. A disclaimer before I start, I have only ever watched the new series, so from 2005. Bad fan, I know, but I just don't have the time to watch other seasons. I should probably try and watch a few ones like with Tom Baker and all that, but I just haven't found the time. So yeah, end of the disclaimer. That's why I don't talk about anything before the 9th Doctor. So first question, who is your favourite Doctor? Well, as any good Doctor Who fan, I love all the Doctors very, very much, but I have my little favourites, and in my case it is the 11th Doctor, Matt Smith, my dear son. I was gonna say such a precious human, but nope. Love this guy very much. Part of it is because it's the first Doctor that I watched, and also he somehow reminds me of a very dear friend of mine who has already appeared on this channel actually, so cue old and bad footage of him on my channel. He kind of acts and talks the same way that the 11th Doctor does. So yeah, this friend is part of the reason why Matt Smith is my absolute favourite, even though, once again, they are all pretty amazing.
And today, who's the best Time Lord of all the Time Lords they're dead? And well, Matt Smith!
Question 2, what is your favourite Doctor Who story or episodes? I went through the episodes of the new series, and I believe it is the story Human Nature and the Family of Blood. Or the Family of Blood and Human Nature, can't remember, but anyway, it is in series 3, so with the 10th Doctor, David Tennant, and the companion Martha Jones, in which the Doctor has to hide from this Family of Blood, and for that he has to stop being a Time Lord, basically. So he locks up all that makes him a Time Lord in this watch, which means he... Shut up. So he locks up all of that in this watch, and he becomes essentially human, and he forgets everything. He just has sorts of dreams about his Time Lord past, and it's such an emotional episode, and you know how much of a sucker I am for angsty stories, and this one is terrible, and by terrible I mean amazing. It ends up with the Doctor / John Smith completely destroyed and crying and sobbing because the Doctor has not considered the possibility that John Smith might fall in love, and that is horrible. That is a horrible storyline. Everything that destroys my soul a little, I love it. I love it. Question 3, who is your favourite companion? I have to say that it is the Ponds, because once again it is the first companions I was exposed to. It is the first companions I saw, and I'm just really attached to them. They are really cool. They're really cool. I think both of them, Rory and Amy, are incredible characters. They are so interesting, and they're never boring, and they're very human. Once again, I love all the other companions, but these ones, they just sort of feel like home. When I watch episodes with this too, it just feels like home and feels like my childhood, which is something I'll get back to later. Question 4, what was the first Doctor Who story or episode that you ever watched? Well, that was the 11th Hour, which is the first episode of series 5. Basically, my friend Plumpy made me watch series 5 and then come back to the first series and watch everything, and I think it was the best for me because, let's be honest, the very first episode of the first series it's a fucking joke. It is so bad. It is so bad. It is a terrible, terrible episode. If you want to convince someone to watch Doctor Who, do not make them watch Rose. It is the worst idea. What a crap episode. Watch this one and I guarantee you will not want to watch anything else from this show. But it's a good show. Rose, on the other hand, the first episode of the first series is so bad, so bad. Anyway, back to the 5th season. This episode is called the 11th Hour, and basically the Doctor has just regenerated and his body's messed up, his TARDIS is messed up. He lands in a garden and meets this little girl called Amy Pond, and then he's like, let me just fix my TARDIS, and the TARDIS reappears like 12 years later, something like that. I can't remember exactly, but something like that. And Amy is an adult and completely traumatized by all this shit. Obviously she is. Obviously a magic man appears in her garden, just says crazy shit for a night, and then leaves for 12 years. A very emotional episode, once again. Really made me fall in love with the Doctor and with the TARDIS and with all this universe and with Amy Pond as well. The 5th series, to me, feels like a fairy tale, and it feels like I've watched it when I was a kid. When I watch the 5th series again, it feels like I'm rewatching a childhood movie or a childhood show, which is weird because I started watching it when I was 16, I believe, so really not a childhood thing. But it just feels like that, and that's why I love this series so much. I think I overstepped on the next question, or a few questions later. Story. Yeah, question 5. What's your favourite series or era? Well, here you go. Series 5 and also kind of Series 6, because there's the 11th Doctor and there's the Ponds, and it's very emotional, and there's Riva Song, who's an amazing character that I really, really like. A lot of amazing stories. Everything's really fascinating, and it has just, I think, the right balance of coincidence and actually sort of planned by the universe things, because as much as I love Clara's character, it just became annoying after a while to have everything revolving around her, and like she changed the entire timeline. It just, I didn't like that much. I really liked the very beginning of the new Doctor Who series, with the companions being just interesting people that the Doctor liked, so he picked them up and that was it. And the problem, I think, with Clara, I love this character, but the Doctor literally picked her up because she was a mystery that he couldn't comprehend. And that's a shame, because I like to see myself in the companions. And I'm not a mystery, I'm just a girl. I'm just a girl like Rose is, and like Martha is. And maybe a little bit like Amy is, because Amy becomes interesting and mysterious after a while because she gets in this thing with Doctor. But Clara is just that mystery, and it's just kind of frustrating. Do I make sense? I don't feel like I make a lot of sense. Once again, I love Clara. It's just the way her storyline was written sometimes. It just wasn't really that enjoyable for me anyway. I get sidetracked so often. I can't even remember what the question was. Favorite series, that was it. 5 and 6. 6 and 5. Oh. I'm getting tired. I just filmed 2 other videos and I'm just losing it. Question 6. What is your favorite pre or post regeneration story? I believe I had the answer and then I just forgot it. I believe it has to be the story of the 10th Doctor regeneration, because it was really angsty. And you know how much I love my angst. It was so terrible seeing David Tennant just crying about his lost potential, and oh my god. It's particularly terrible for me because I'm not against the 10th Doctor regenerating, because it means that my favourite Doctor is coming, but just this entire storyline of the 10th Doctor dying is so terrible. How could you even write that? My heart breaks in a million pieces every time I just see like one sentence from these few episodes. It was it was in few episodes. So terrible. If you want a good cry, you should probably watch these episodes, and then you can die in peace and sobbing. I love giving positivity advice on Monday and then talking about sobbing over the fictional characters. I think the reason why I like angst so much is because I know it's fictional and I know I can deal with it. When real life sad or frustrating things happen, I just can't deal with it. I don't know what to do with it. It's just too much. I don't know what to do with it. But fictional angst and fictional deaths and lost potential and regrets, as long as they're fictional, somehow they make me feel better. And I really can't explain that, but I just really love angst. It makes me feel better in my soul, and I don't know why at all. Please help me. Is anyone here studying psychology or anything like that? I need help. I am getting so sidetracked. I am so sorry. This is just plain rambling at this point. Bear with me, please. Question 7. What is your favourite TARDIS desktop? It is, drumroll, the 5th series. In the 5th series, the TARDIS is so bright, and it is all in shades of orange and blue, which are my favourite colours together. They're kind of the colour of the setting sun and the sky, and it looks like a sort of playground, which totally fits with the 11th Doctor. Everything in that theme makes me happy. Final and 8th question. What is your favourite villain or monster? I went through a list, and I think my favourite is the Master. He is such an interesting character, and also his relationship with the Doctor and his history with the Doctor as well. I think it is fascinating, and I am fascinated by everything also Gallifrey related and related to their childhood. I love the Master. He is such a great character, and he's angsty. So I have a problem. I need help, please. You never really realise how psychologically damaged you are until you are asked to geek out for 15 minutes. That's all on you, Bianca. That's all on you. Well, that's it. I hope you could bear with my ramblings, and please tell me why angst is so important to me, because I really don't understand. I don't really have anyone to tag. I mean, I know a few people who are Doctor Who fans, but they're not really making videos or... Anyway, if you want to do it, consider yourself tagged. If you want to do it in a video, that's great. If you want to do it simply in the comments below, just feel free. Let's just have a chat and geek out about Doctor Who, because it is an amazing show and I can't wait for the next series. The latest series was so good. It was so good. Anyway, I shall see you in the next video. In the meantime, take care of yourselves, and that's about it. Also, check out Bianca. She's amazing. She does musics and sometimes some makeup, and lately she's been doing more chatty videos. She's so funny and her voice is amazing. Yes, do it.